Well, it looks like the WWE quietly got rid of the great Khali. Welcome back, everyone. This is Jason. Just wanted to do a short video touching on this. Yeah, it was like just real hush hush. Um, I'm recording this Thursday night, and all of a sudden, little rumblings started floating uh, around the internet, Facebook, and whatever. People saying, "Oh, Great Khali's profile's been removed from WWE.com and moved to the alumni section." And it's like, oh, so yeah, he went and looked. Sure enough, it's in the alumni section, and no, no send off, no, wish you well in your future endeavors, nothing. That's not to say that won't officially come within the next 24 hours from WWE itself, but man, kind of weird. I know a lot of people are saying good riddance. Yeah, I've probably said some not so pleasant things about him myself. It's it's a shame, when they brought him in. Uh, wow, 2006. Man, he was a monster. I went back after I heard this news and I watched his debut, and and it's funny, as I'm watching this, I'm like, man, this looks familiar. That SmackDown that he debuted was the second show after WrestleMania that year. WrestleMania 22? I think it was WrestleMania 22. The one from Chicago, um, where Cena beat Triple H. And everyone thought, uh, you know, well, whatever. That's not the point of this. But um, WrestleMania was in Chicago. Monday Night Raw was in Milwaukee. And I went to go see that. And then the next night, uh, where I was working at the time was for an inventory company. And we would drive from Milwaukee up to um, Appleton, which is about between 2 and 3 hours. We'd drive up there. We'd do like 3 stores up in Appleton, and then drive the rest of the way up to Green Bay and spend the night there. Do 3 stores in Green Bay the next morning, and then drive all the way back to Milwaukee Wednesday. So Tuesday we were up in Green Bay, and I was like, "Oh man, I wish I could go to SmackDown." Well, long story short, I got tickets. Talking to people from the hotel we were staying at, the guy that did maintenance had tickets. He was trying to get rid of some that he won, and if he sold some, that he would give one to me. Well, I ended up getting it and going to SmackDown that night. And yeah, that was the night that the Great Khali debuted on SmackDown and attacked The Undertaker. And man, yeah, I remember, and I was like, up in the nosebleeds, but you could tell how huge he was. And, looking back at the debut, looked it up on, YouTube. Yeah, they were freaking out. It was with Taz and Michael Cole. Excuse me. So yeah, and he was champ for a while after that. Uh, I want to go back and watch that Punjabi prison match. Talk about something really unique for that time back in the what did they call that? It wasn't the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, or whatever they call it. Yeah, that was fun back then. I mean, he really was a monster. And then soon after that, they just turned him into a joke. I was always kind of hoping they would do something with him again and turn him into the monster again, but they never did. They did stupid stuff like had him with the kiss cam, um, or he always came out with the freaks like Gold Dust and those guys, and uh, just they could have done a lot more with him, in my opinion. But and if they weren't going to do anything with him, they should have gotten rid of him a long time ago. But I know they kept him because of the international importance, because he was from India or whatever. Um, but yeah, he couldn't move. He couldn't move for crap. It's not like Luke Harper or Eric Rowan. I mean, those guys are huge and they can move. And man, they're jumping through the ropes. You're never going to see Khali do that. He could barely walk down to the damn ring. And he's got that. Um, I guess he had surgery to have the whatever. They kind of, where the giants just keep growing and growing like Andre did, and finally it kills you. Well, I guess he had the surgery that he stopped growing, but obviously he's in bad shape. Um, for the last several years, he's looked like he's in bad shape. So yeah, it's just. I'm not saying it's a shame to see him go because yeah, I've been waiting for him to go for a long time, but it's a shame they didn't do more with him. Um, but I'm not hating on him. It's just it is what it is. But I wanted to do a short video on it. Oh, I know this doesn't have to do with Khali, so excuse me for this. But thinking back to that trip to Green Bay where I saw him debut, before I saw the show that night, I was in the lobby as they were setting up, and I didn't have tickets yet. I was just hanging out with some guy, and this midget walks up to us and shakes our hand. He's like, "Hey, how's it going, guys?" It's like, "Hey," and the guy I was hanging out with, he's like, "Wow, that dude looks really familiar." And I'm like, "Well, let's go up to him and see who he is." And he's said his name was Danny Postel or whatever. I couldn't remember his real name. And said I'm trying out for Finley tonight. And I wasn't gonna be a dick, but my first thought was, well, it was not that long ago that they just fired all the it was around that time they had the midget wrestlers, and they only lasted like a month. They would have them come out, have their match. They were trying to do something new and exciting, and it just didn't catch. And well, it wasn't long before that they canned them all. But I wasn't going to be a jerk to this guy, be like, oh, I thought they fired all you guys, But that's what I was thinking. Shook his hand, real nice guy, and a month later, debuts on SmackDown with Finley. I didn't get it. When I saw him on TV, I got it. It was Hornswoggle, and he's from around here. He's from like somewhere in Wisconsin. I got to look it up. But yeah, so I met Hornswoggle that night for the first time too. It's the same night that the Great Khali debuted. So just wanted to quick throw that little story in there. Just a cute little story. So yeah, Great Khali's gone. Probably go back to India. Although he's a U.S. citizen, so maybe he won't. I don't know, maybe he's got dual citizenship. I don't know. I doubt he's going to show up anywhere else. I mean, I really hope TNA isn't going to do anything great with him, anyways. So that's about it. Just wanted to quick throw my 2 cents in on it. This video's already gone on long enough. Maybe he'll end up in some Hollywood movies or something. Who knows? So that's it for this one. Just wanted to give my thoughts on him. He's released. At least nothing's been officially announced yet, but his name is in the alumni page of WWE.com. Go check it out if you haven't already. All right, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys.